What's up, guys? Just wanted to make a quick little video here discussing the System 3 XTR370 tires. I know these have been extremely popular on social media here lately. A lot of people asking questions about them. I just figured I would give a review, my opinion on the tire. Put about 150, 175 miles or so on these, and so far I really like them. Prior setup, I had a set of Raceline bead locks with a 32-inch carnivore tire and had put about 650, 700 miles on those, I guess, somewhere thereabout. And so I kind of wanted to do a comparison between the carnivore and the XTR. I know that these tires have kind of been deemed the carnivore killer, if you will. I've seen that in a couple of videos. They're making that claim. And so I thought, since I've owned both, I could kind of give a little brief side-by-side comparison and what I think the main differences between the two might be. So what I've got here, 2021 Turbo XP, and got the System 3 SB4 bead locks, and then of course the System 3 XTR370 tire in a 32-inch. These weigh in at about 63 pounds a piece. So not extremely heavy, not an issue for the Turbo, Turbo S, Pro XP. None of those machines are going to have a problem with this weight with a setup like this. I do want to mention the SB4 bead lock. I've actually got these in a 4/3 offset. Now this is something that they don't even show on the website. If you try to look these up, that's not even a product that they show that they offer. However, my dealer was able to get them, so that might be something if you're looking for an offset more than the 6-1 in this bolt pattern for the Polaris anyhow. Maybe get with your local dealer and see if they could get you a set. While we're talking about offset, going with the 4/3 offset on what came as a 64-inch machine from the factory, that puts me right at 70 inches in the front, about 68 and a half, 69 inches in the rear. I like that extra width. I like the stability. We do mostly rock type trail terrain here in Tennessee. We're in southern middle Tennessee, so we ride the mountains a lot, and I like that extra stability when we're going over the rocks. I haven't noticed any adverse effects. I know some places talk about scrub radius and stuff like that. If we were doing a lot of high-speed stuff or jumping, I'm sure that scrub radius would become more critical. But for the slower terrain that we ride, I haven't had any issues with the whip like that. Okay, back to the tires. The comparison between the XTR and the carnivore. There are a lot of similarities between the two tires. On rocks, wet rocks, they're comparable. They both grip real well. I had zero issues with the carnivores. They always treated us really well. I know that some folks say that they have a thin sidewall and they've had problems with the sidewall getting cuts, punctures, pinches, stuff like that. And I think that might be your main difference with the XTR is your sidewall thickness. These do seem to have a little more rigid carcass, and that's probably going to be the biggest difference between the two. So, you know, what little bit of road riding we do, I do feel like these tires are a little more stable in a high speed. But again, we don't do that much of that, so that's not really as big a concern to me. I'll tell you where these tires shine compared to the carnivore is the side bite. Like if you're in a rut or a washout where the machine is leaned over, and you're looking for grip from the sidewall of the tire, the XTR far outperforms the carnivore in that setting. Like I said, going straight up and down hills, crawling rocks, going through mud holes, both tires perform very well. But you are going to get a lot more side bite simply because these big lugs on the corners are massive compared to the carnivore side lugs. So again, just, you know, this is my opinion. I know that's been a big comparison between those two tires, and I just kind of wanted to give my little bit of input between the two. And for those that might be interested, if they've had carnivores and weren't pleased and are considering these, There's just a couple little things that I found that would be different between the two. All right, guys, hope everybody enjoys the video. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or anything, and appreciate it. Talk to you later.